Hi amazing people, hi amazing family. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we'll be talking about the new immigration policies and how they affect international students that are coming to study in the UK in 2025. Now, I'm sure you might have heard the rumors that the rules have changed. There are so many new immigration policies that are coming up that are being deliberated upon, and these immigration policies could either make or mar your future study plans. So if you're planning to come study in the UK in 2025, please try to watch this video to the end, as the information that you get from this video might just help your process. Recently, the UK government introduced a policy that officially stopped international students or immigrants from switching to a care and support visa. So before now, a lot of international students stayed back in the UK after graduation by switching to the health and care visas. Now, most times, even if their degree wasn't in healthcare, they were able to get jobs in healthcare, and they were able to be sponsored in healthcare as well. Now, this was possible because that sector, the health and care sector, had a very high demand for workers and also a lower skill barrier. So it was initially possible for you to switch to the health and care sector because the health and care sector provides complete training. So it was very easy. But recently, the UK government has passed in a policy that has removed the health and care sector from the occupation shortage list. So if you're coming to study in the UK in 2025, that switch is no longer possible. If you finish your degree or you finish your master's and you still want to get a job, you want to still stay back in the country, you have to secure a skilled worker visa in another eligible role, or you get a job that is going to pay you the new salary threshold. The new salary threshold for jobs that are not in the occupation shortage list is £41,700. So for every job that is not specified in the occupation shortage list, the current occupation shortage list will have to be paying you 41,700. How does this particular policy impact the international students? Now you have to have a plan B. Okay, if your plan was for you to come into the UK, study, and then switch into a health and care visa or something of that sort, you have to rethink your plan. It simply means you have to go back to the drawing board and rethink your plan again. Okay, make sure you re-strategize so you don't come into the country and then you get stranded. I've mentioned occupation shortage list a number of times. Now let's talk about what this means. For any job role to be put on the occupation shortage list, it means that they needed lots of workers. They needed lots of people to switch into those roles. Okay, so that is why it was specified as occupation shortage list, because it means that manpower was in a shortfall in those particular jobs, those particular job roles. But currently, the health and care sector, according to the UK government, is overpopulated. A lot of people have switched into the health and care sector. Most of them have switched into the skilled worker visas through the health and care sector. And then they now think that this particular sector is overpopulated. So that's why they have removed the health and care sector from that occupation shortage list. So the government has more like turned things around when it comes to the occupation shortage list. It is now called the immigration salary list. So this particular list is shorter and it is more selective. So for you to get sponsored in the UK currently, if you want to switch to a skilled worker visa and you get a job that is not listed on the immigration salary list, which was initially known as the occupation shortage list, you will have to be paid 41,700 for you to be sponsored. Okay, so any job role that is not mentioned in the immigration salary list will have to be paying you 41,700 for you to be eligible to get sponsored. So anything short of that is you will likely not get sponsored. You will likely not be able to switch to the skilled worker visa. That is what it simply means. So for jobs that are on the immigration shortage list, the jobs that have been currently listed on the immigration shortage list, courses in civil engineering, certain IT jobs, nursing, or specific teaching roles. Now, I'm not going to start mentioning all those roles. Please, if you want to have a comprehensive list of this job roles that are listed on the immigration shortage list, go to www.gov.uk and you're going to see every single information that you need about the immigration shortage list. After graduation, you get a job of any roles that is mentioned in the immigration shortage list. The salary threshold for those jobs mentioned or listed in the immigration shortage list is 33,400 per year. For you to get sponsored on any job role that is not listed on the immigration shortage list, the salary threshold for you is 41,700. Now, why this matters is if your degree leads to a career in any of the job roles on the immigration shortage list, for example, as I mentioned, civil engineering, nursing, some certain IT courses, and specific teaching roles, you'll have an easier time getting sponsored for a skilled worker visa after graduation. Now, if your job role is not on this list, if the job that you get after graduation is not on this list, you'll face higher salary requirement and tougher competition. So my advice to all prospective international students that are hoping to study in the UK is for them to match whatever courses they are planning to study to a profession that is listed in the immigration salary list. Okay, so if you're going for any teaching role, please go to gov.uk and then check for the certain teaching roles that are listed in the immigration salary list, and please apply to courses that will lead to professions in those courses so that you have an easier transition. Now, I am not saying if you do not have any background in those courses, just randomly go and apply. No. Now, this simply means if you do not have a background in any of the courses listed in the immigration salary list, you have time to gain adequate knowledge about it. Okay, you have time to gain knowledge about it. Now, by gaining knowledge, you can easily go on some online platforms and do some courses on these lines, gain adequate experience, gain adequate knowledge about these courses, and then apply, just so you can have an easy transition after graduation. The main aim of coming to study in the UK is for you to either settle or get a good job. Okay, and settlement comes when you can easily switch from your current student visa to a skilled worker visa. That is when your settlement period starts. You understand me? So that is even the main reason why I'm making this video today. Match whatever course you are planning to apply into, you're planning to study, match it. Let it be that it leads to a profession that is listed in the immigration salary list. That way you have an easier transition phase. There are not many companies out there that are going to pay you 41,700. You understand me? Most of them are going to go for people that do not need that visa sponsorship. Yes, that is why I said that if you go for jobs that are not listed on the immigration salary list, you're going to face higher salary requirements and also tougher competitions, because other people that do not even need sponsorship, that do not need to switch to skilled worker visas, are also targeting those jobs. And the company might favor those people because they will not have to spend money in sponsoring their visas. And now, how this also affects the international students is this shorter graduate route stay. Yeah, you already know that prior to now, the post-study visa, what you can also call the graduate visa, was 2 years. You could finish your school and then stay back in the country for 2 years without even getting a job, and then you can now use that period to look for a job. But currently, the UK has proposed that this period be cut down from 2 years to 18 months. You understand me? And imagine that you are even in a course that is not listed on the immigration salary list, and there you have only 18 months to look for a company that's going to sponsor your stay and is going to pay you the salary threshold. Yeah, that's going to pay you the current salary threshold, which is 41,700. It is very tough. I'm just being honest. It is tough. Okay, we're not trying to mince words or to sugarcoat anything and to say, oh, come, when you come, you figure it out. It doesn't work like that anymore. You understand? It was easier back then when you could just come and then you can just switch to a care and support visa and you get sponsored. But now you can no longer switch to a care and support job role. Now your salary threshold has to fall between 41,700 or 33,400. This actually is a big deal because 6 months might not sound like a lot, but in actual time it is a lot. When you don't have a job and you're seeking for employment, and not just any employment, you're seeking for a job that will pay you 41,700, you see that 6 months goes by very, very fast. You understand me? So I don't want you to be in a position where you spend a whole lot of money, because currently now the exchange rate from pound to naira is crazy. It's crazy. It's over 2,000, and it has been like that for a while now. So imagine you spending that amount of money coming to the UK, hoping to settle in and get a job, and then you do not get that job because your job your job will require you being paid for to 1,700 to get sponsored. The system is not working in anybody's favor anymore. Okay, so it is left for you, the students, to strategically plan yourself. Don't just pick a course and relocate because that school is giving admission, the school is taking applicants. What happens after your 1 year? Have you thought about it? What happens after 1 year? Goes by very, very fast. If you don't know, 1 year goes by really, really fast. And you might think, oh, I have 2 years or I have 18 months. It goes by so quick, so quick. Imagine you're coming into the country, you have tuition balance to pay, you're running around looking for part-time jobs, looking for accommodation, you're studying at the same time. Everything happens at the same time for your information. Okay, everything happens at the same time. Nothing waits for the other to finish happening or to be done, and then no, everything happens concurrently. You understand? So see you in, just imagine yourself in this position where you have tuition balance you're paying, you have you're looking for a part-time job, obviously, you're looking for accommodation, or let's say you have accommodation sorted. Okay, now there's a job that you need to seek, there's school work, there's loads of school work for you to do, and then you also need to figure out what you're doing after study, because life after study doesn't happen after you graduate. Life after study starts from when you start your studies, because it is that process that will determine what happens to you when you graduate. You understand? I'm saying it because I have experienced it. Who better to talk about something that someone has already experienced? Please don't get me wrong. I am going to be emphasize it. Yes, I did not say just pick any course on the immigration salary list and apply. Because there was a day somebody commented on one of my videos and the person said I said that they can choose a certain and so course. I have never for once come out to say do this course or choose this course. Please, I can only suggest, and I will now tell you, do your research. You understand? So that's how I'm coming now to say, please do your research and then pick a course that suits you, that you know you can do. Even if you don't have experience in that course currently, you have time to gain experience in that course. If possible, enroll for online courses and have a background knowledge about those courses before you apply. It will save you a longer time of stress and headache when you eventually come into a course and then you have no idea what's going on. You don't even pass your courses. You have issues in your courses and your models. That's number one thing. Okay. Number two, plan your budget as well. Factor in excesses. Okay. Factor in excesses. Now I'm hearing that visa fees are going up for postgraduate application. It is already expensive. Oh. Just for you to know, it is already expensive. So imagine it going up more than that. So factor in, plan your budget. You can't just, if you don't start building a house from the roof, you must lay foundations. You understand? And the foundations you lay as an international student are your budget, planning your budget, because the bills will keep coming. You understand? The bills keeps coming. If you're paying tuition balance, they keep coming every single month. In the aspect of jobs, start early to apply. Career services are available in every UK university. That I can say. So please start using those services on time. You don't pay them. Start using those services on time. They help you to work on your CVs. They help you with your personal statement. They help you with mock interviews, and all the rest of the things. Use those services because they will help you when you start applying for good jobs. Okay, they will help you. So please engage those services, use them. You are studying civil engineering or courses that pertain to civil engineering, and you know there is a company that sponsors, that is on the immigration salary list, and they sponsor. You don't have to wait until you graduate before you start applying for full-time role. You can apply for internship opportunities, even if it's unpaid. Yeah, I know that yes, you're going to say, how will I fend for myself if I do unpaid internships? First of all, internships are not things that you do every day. You understand? So they know that you are a student and you have a job. You can tell them I can come in once a week or once or twice a week, whichever one is suitable for you. The most important thing is that you make yourself available for that internship opportunity or that placement opportunity, and also create relationships as well. Because when you eventually finish, you want to apply back in that company and you will need those relationships to work in your favor. You understand? Also understand the timelines. By timelines, I mean if you eventually go on a graduate visa, if you don't just say I have 18 months. 18 months are individual months that make up 18 months. And before you know it, a month is finished. Today might be 1st of August. Then before you know it, next time you're seeing that it's 30th of August. You understand? Time is running. So even in 2025, I will not discourage anybody and tell the person don't come to the UK or don't do this one. No, the best I can do is to give you other options. But I feel the UK is still a good option if you prepare properly. This is where I draw the curtain on this video today. If this video was helpful to you, or you picked one or two things at all from this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.